Stay aggressive.
Edwin has 10. 4-point game. Off of Callaway's knee, 21 St. Francis turnovers.
The aggressive play of Fuquan Edwin, and I think that's what St. Francis needs to do, be in attack mode right now. Excuse me, Seton Hall needs to be in attack mode. And again, they back that up with good aggressive defense, forced the turnover.
Theodore has a lane. Jordan Theodore.
That's what senior leaders are supposed to do. Look to make plays, and he did.
One possession game, and St. Francis takes their final timeout.
And St. Francis takes a timeout.
We talked about Jordan Theodore picking his spots. Well, it's time for him to step up late in the game. He did a great job off the high screen, accelerating, and then high and soft off the glass. Big time play.
St. Francis a little slow to recognize what was happening there. Akeem Johnson finally collapsed and tried to block it, but Theodore is so quick.
Got that extra gear, but right now, out of a timeout now, St. Francis. And they got a multitude of different players or options to go to. You wouldn't say exactly one guy. They like to work the point guard and be aggressive, but this is the last timeout for Glenn Brackett, so he not only has to talk about this possession, but really the rest of the game.
Hasn't been a one-man band for St. Francis. Where do you think they go in this situation?
Well, I think they're aggressive, and you know, the guy's a veteran. You got the Callaway factor. He's been a guy not afraid to make a play. And also Ben Mockford, but really when St. Francis has played well is when they've kind of just let the plays just happen and move the basketball. So 27 on the clock right now. Hey, first things first, you got to inbound the basketball. That's an underappreciated factor, and we see Seton Hall has made it difficult. Seton Hall, they might be just showing zone right now. I'd be surprised if they play. It looks like a 2-3. I would be surprised. Are they backing up in the zone right now?
They are indeed. Perunicic kicks out to Mockford for 3. Perunicic saved it to Callaway. What a sublime play. And a new shot clock. Callaway taking his time.
Again, the high screen, Travis Nichols is going to clear out Akeem Johnson's going to set the screen for the flat screen for Callaway.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Callaway knocked away by Pope. Stolen by Edwin.
You want to be aggressive now, Seton Hall. You want to give yourselves more than one opportunity to tie this game.
17 seconds left. Auda thought about 3. 12 seconds left. Theodore traveled. He turned it over. St. Francis will have it, and Seton Hall has to foul.
Let's take a look at this right here. Tough angle right here. Defense, he did. He lifted up his pivot. Good call by the officials. He did lift up that pivot foot.
Auda tried for the steal, and instead he commits his 4th foul.
Take a look at this. His right leg right now, as he's turning the pivot, he lifts it way up. See, he takes 2 steps, 1, 2, to get out of the traffic that time to pass it to Auda. And that was a very good call by the official. In real time, that's tougher to call.
Huge mistake for Seton Hall. They're down by 2 with Travis Nichols going to the free throw line. 79% free throw shooter last year. And he missed the front end. 7 seconds left. Edwin, 5 seconds left. And Seton Hall called time.
And Seton Hall takes
their final timeout. Didn't want to let the players decide it. Wants to draw up a play here. Edwin got to the rim and missed it, but the whistles were blowing, so you can't really tell.
Yeah, there's some conflicting philosophies on that. Do you want your guys just to play it out late in the game and just kind of go up the floor and make a play? Because, you know, you might not have the ball in the player's hands you want it to be in, but then again, you don't allow the defense to get set. But
right,
you know,
it might be hard to get it in bounds.
Well, or just the defense right there. There was kind of almost a transit. That's a hard call to make right now, but you want to get the ball right now to your probably Jordan Theodore and see if he can make a play. You're looking at that right now, but there were whistles blown, so it's hard to factor in what the defensive set would have been.
If you're St. Francis, you just don't want to foul, right?
Absolutely. Take a look at this right now with Edwin right now.
So 4 seconds left. St. Francis has led the whole second half. They led as many as 13 points.
Well, this situation, you would anticipate the ball getting into the hands of your playmaker, Jordan Theodore. Enough time for him to make a play, and if he's quickly doubled, he can give it up. See if he gets it.
Theodore has it. Theodore hits it! Tied up. And we are going to overtime.
Excellent job by Coach Willard and Jordan Theodore. Senior leadership right there displayed as he got the ball off the inbound, made the attack and made the play.
At the brink of defeat with 4 seconds left.
Excellent job. Gets it here, continues. Big aggressive play, wanted the ball in that situation and made it happen. Excellent job. That's what you want out of your captain, your senior, your point guard. Making the play when it counts, when it matters.
There's plenty of time left on the clock. You can see it left his hand with about 2 seconds to go.
Hey, if you're Seton Hall right now, you're thrilled with overtime. You wouldn't say that before the game, but the way this game played out and how you felt like St. Francis had control of this game, you are thrilled right now.
Seton Hall with all the momentum, the student section relieved. Both teams will regain a timeout here in the 5-minute overtime. St. Francis had the upset at hand.
How will they come out right now, St. Francis? Will their hearts be broken right now? They knew they had a great opportunity. Maybe even a couple free throws made down the stretch of this game. Character test for them, and now Seton Hall feeling an awful lot better about themselves. But still, Dave, still work to be done.
Seton Hall breaks their huddle with Harold Carlos, Patrick Auda, Fuquan Edwin, Herb Pope, and Jordan Theodore. St. Francis has Hakeem Johnson, Marunicic, Mockford, Drake Calloway, and Nichols. Last tie was 9-9, way back early in the first half. St. Francis wins the tap. Dave Popkin and Tim Capstrong with you at Prudential Center. We've got a doozy for you tonight here on the Big East Network and SNY. Off of Theodore's foot, and Jordan dives, and it looked like it went off Theodore, and it did. Gary Prager skips out of the way and makes the right call. Kevin Willard drew up a great play there at the end of regulation.
He sure did. An excellent job by Auda to get the ball to Theodore, give him some space, and let him attack. 12 on the clock right now. Every possession obviously used.
Perunicic, a deep three.
There's a confident Theodore right now.
Theodore doesn't get the roll. Callaway fouled over the back by Fuquan Edwin, and that is his 5th. It is Edwin's 5th foul. He's out.
Yeah, right over the top. That Gary Krager again, the official on the call. Good call. Again, free throws can really determine when you go to overtime, right? You are, if you're in the bonus, you stay in the bonus, and you can get into the double bonus. So oftentimes college games turn into free throw shooting contest in overtime.
Both teams now into the double bonus. Both teams 1 timeout remaining. Aaron Cosby replaces the disqualified Fuquan Edwin. 10 points tonight for Fu. One and one. Callaway missed it. Both teams have really struggled from the line. St. Francis 46%, Seton Hall 48% from the free throw line. Theodore, and one!
Trying to put the Pirates on his back is Jordan Theodore. He's got that impressive, powerful left-handed attack mode play. And again, that's similar to how he got the game into overtime, and he's got the strength and the power to absorb contact. He's confident right now in trying to take over the game.
18 tonight for Theodore. It was the 4th foul on Drake Callaway. That is noteworthy, the senior point guard for St. Francis. Seton Hall takes a 3-point lead on the play by Theodore.
He's feeling it right now, and I think Kevin Willard's going to ride Jordan Theodore home, try to ride him home.
First Seton Hall lead since 16-14. Haven't seen that much. Some inside play from St. Francis. That's Travis Nichols.
The scrappiness and toughness of St. Francis has been admired all evening long.
They're not going away. Down 1, 3.5 minutes left in overtime. Smacked away from Theodore, and Perunicic has the steal. Pirates doubling up St. Francis in the paint, amplifying that point. Jones lost it, stolen by Cosby. Here's Carlos. Harold's Carlos.
Turnovers to transition. Again, turnovers a factor in this game. And how about the high-flying ability of Carlos?
23 St. Francis turnovers.
The pressure is coming on. Where's St. Francis going to go right now?
Tried to get it into Jalen Cannon, who's not been an offensive player in this game.
Theodore's number, would be surprised if it's not called.
Carlos, tough three. He was fouled by Mockford, who is in absolute disbelief. 3 free throws forthcoming for Harold's Carlos. He's not just a shooter, he plays well in transition also.
He sure is. And how about the effort that time by Patrick Auda, who's been on the floor about 10 times in this game. The high-flying ability of Harold's Carlos right there. And then Kevin Willard drawing up a play. It was him. It was a set play for him to come off that screen. He turned, looked to shoot the ball, and it was contact. He's shooting 3.
Free throw line has plagued both teams. Carlos with 7 in his collegiate debut. Seton Hall takes a 4-point lead. One more coming. Carlos has 8. Seton Hall by 5.
Seton Hall obviously wants to defend the three-point line. That's where they got hurt all game long.
Nichols on the leaner. Tough shot. Rebounded by Auda.
His toughness, again, he's been on the floor, he's been on the glass. You think of him as a perimeter 4 that makes safe plays or shoots the ball. He has been aggressive.
8 points, 5 boards for Auda.
Now it's Seton Hall's turn to try to work it a little bit, be intelligent, and make smart plays with a lead late in the game.
10 on the shot clock. Freddie Wilson left open. St. Francis has a chance here. Jones missed the open look and rebounded again by Auda.
Well, now Seton Hall wants to be smart. This is use the clock, keep the ball in your senior leader's hands as much as you can right here, Jordan Theodore.
Kick out to Auda for 3.
Good look that time, and you got to take that. You just wish you would maybe use the clock a little longer before you made that play.
Karunicic. Nichols puts it back. One possession game.
Seton Hall, I think St. Francis should foul. I mean, I think you should be able, the way foul shots have gone in this game, I would be aggressive and take some chances.
8-second differential shot and game clock.
I would be particular on who I foul, not Theodore. I would wait for somebody else because he's such a good free throw shooter. And he feels good, and there's the foul after 20 seconds, but I don't think that was necessarily intentional. That's when you pick a couple players. You tell your guys, hey, we got a foul on this guy and this guy, but everybody else, we play straight up. And Theodore was smart to have the ball in his hands so there wouldn't be a foul called until he got aggressive.
Exactly, and if you're going to foul, you made the point, don't wait 20 seconds. Leave yourself more of the game to catch up. Points tonight for Jordan Theodore, the senior.
Talk about stepping up late in the game. The basket to get it to overtime and then carrying his team in overtime. .21 for Theodore, 5 for 6 from the line. St. Francis needs a 3 here. 20 seconds left. Nichols has a look, hits it! Timeout, St. Francis. They take their final timeout. It is a 2-point game. 13 seconds left. Don't go away. Seton Hall up 2.
Daycare can be expensive. So to save some money, I found one that uses robots instead of real people, because robots work for free.
Good morning. Female child.
Are there flaws? Maybe.
There's an easier way to save. Get online. Go to geico.com. Get a quote. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
My job is to find the next big sound.
They sound awesome tonight.
And when I do find it, I share it with the world.
You landed the U.S. tour? Done. This is fantastic.
Music is my life. And I want to make the most of it without missing a beat.
Fly without putting your life on pause. Be yourself non-stop. American Airlines.
Hurry into the BMW Mission to Drive sales event before this offer self-destructs.
An exciting game tonight at Prudential Center in Newark. Seton Hall trailed the entire second half. They tied it up, sent it to overtime, and then St. Francis trying to make a comeback here in OT. And Nichols buried the three. He has 23 points.
They want to give a foul, but I think Seton Hall wants to get the ball in the hands of Theodore if they want to give a foul. Here he is.
He's their best free throw shooter. Theodore is fouled by Perunicic with 11 seconds to go. If he makes two, he puts Seton Hall in very good position, two-possession game. If not, St. Francis has been shooting the three so well, this thing would not be over. 12 three-pointers tonight for the Terriers.
And Seton Hall has to maybe understand that if St. Francis is coming back down the floor, if Seton Hall happens to be up three, would they play it straight up or would they possibly give a foul to avoid that three-point shot that has gotten him all game long? If Jordan Theodore can maybe take care of that argument with making one more free throw, or that discussion.
Callaway back in for Jones. Offense for defense here. Callaway playing with 4 fouls. 11 seconds left. St. Francis with no timeouts when they get the ball back here, so they'll be running it up. Big shot. 23 for Theodore. 4-point lead.
They want to get it and go all the way to the basket for St. Francis.
Callaway, 10 seconds left. Perunicic missed the three, put back up and in by Nichols, 2.8 seconds left. Theodore quickly fouled by Callaway. He is fouled out, and Theodore, same situation, can make it a 4-point game. Perunicic nearly had a 4-point play there.
Yeah, he did. It's a contact and his ability to make those type of shots.
It's a man Seton Hall wants on the free throw line. With Callaway fouling out, Glenn Bryka basically gets a free timeout here to discuss how to get it up court, maybe a baseball pass down to one of the big guys.
Yeah, you see what's going to happen right now, and yeah, you want to maybe run one of those home run plays. You throw it down to the other side of the floor, the famous Christian Laettner play.
Two big ones for Theodore. So solid tonight at the line. This to put it out of reach. Clutch. That'll do it. Jordan Theodore's coming out party as the senior captain. 25 points, a tying basket that sent it to overtime, and then made all of his free throws in the extra session.
He carried the team late in the game. He made a big play again to get it overtime. He was the leader, the captain, the leader, the senior Jordan Theodore getting it done.
How about the play of St. Francis tonight?
Yes,
they really hung in.
They did, and they were terrific. They were tough, they were physical, they were aggressive, and they made shots. They made 12 threes and had a great opportunity to win this game. They should be very proud of their effort.
25 points for Jordan Theodore. Seton Hall goes to 1-0 on the year. They'll head down to South Carolina to play in the Charleston Classic. VCU will be their first opponent. 5:30 on Thursday night. St. Francis will stay on the road. Their first 9 games are on the road this year. They nearly had the big upset here at Prudential Center. Hadn't beaten Seton Hall since 1976, but Jordan Theodore would have none of it. Seton Hall survives. The final score, 75-71 Pirates in overtime. For Tim Capstraw and our entire crew, Dave Popkins saying so long from Newark. Good night.
I'm Hillary Davis, and this is my heart. The heart that was broken twice in the 8th grade. The heart I thought might burst the first time I laid eyes on my son. And the heart that sank when I was told I needed a triple bypass. But it's also the heart I put in the hands of the cardiac surgeons at North Shore LIJ. And now, it's the heart that doesn't take a single beat for granted.
How are we going to make this season better than the last? How about making it brighter, more colorful, and putting all our helpers to work? So we can build on our favorite traditions by adding a few new ones. We've all got garlands and budgets to stretch, and this year we can keep them both evergreen. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Here's a bright idea. Trade in any light string and get up to $5 off the latest Christmas LEDs.
Aaron, you're all set?
Great, thanks. Mike, thanks for doing that discount double check. You saved us hundreds.
What was that? The discount double check? It's when we comb through your policies to make sure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
No, I get that part, but you guys are doing my move.
The discount double check move?
It's my touchdown dance.
So you're a dancer?
No, I'm a quarterback. Oh, quarterback.
Whoa.
I'm a robot.
Where's your
Get out of here.
Aaron Rodgers got his. How about you?
Rodgers! Discount double check!
Get to a better state. State Farm.
It's the Jets on SNY. Get exclusive postgame access to all the player and coach reactions on Jets Postgame Live with on-field interviews, locker room coverage, and all of Rex Ryan's postgame comments. Plus, Joe Klecko, Ray Lucas, Adam Shine, and host Brian Custer cover every angle with in-depth game analysis and opinion on Jets Postgame Live, presented by Toyota. Sunday, immediately after the game, only on SNY.
Get your New York sports here!
We now join our regularly scheduled program, already in progress.
Graded by your coach, trainer, and he did this in very impressive fashion. He saw an opening and put the guy away.
Well, you see, Johnny Rivera, they're not happy with the referee's decision. You see the great happiness etched on the face of Jermaine Taylor, who's really a pleasant guy to be around. He's bubbly.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time. 2 minutes, 23 seconds of round number 4. Referee Dave Johnson has seen enough. The winner, and still undefeated, now 12-0 with 8 knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, Jermaine Taylor.
So Jermaine Taylor improving to 12-0 with 8 knockouts and makes a statement in this fight.
Jermaine Taylor kept things rolling. When we come back, we'll check out a bout between Bad Intentions and Marcos Primera. Stick around.
Weekdays on SNY. Get on the New York Sports Local. Your connection to the latest in New York sports.
Color me impressed.
Packed with heated debate.
I'm just asking.
Opinion.
Shine, in the land of the bald, the one-haired man is king.
And insider info on all the local teams.
We're going live to Yankee Stadium.
Daily News Live, Wheelhouse, and Loudmouths. All part of the New York Sports Local. Weekdays starting at 5, only on SNY.
Get your New York sports here.
It's all things New York sports, all on one site, featuring a continuous flow of sports news, straight from the best New York sports blogs, SNY.TV.
Today, this tiger and her cubs found a camera set up by World Wildlife Fund. But all too often, they encounter something less friendly. Poachers killing them for their skin and bones, and deforestation wiping out their hunting and breeding grounds. There may be as few as 3,200 wild tigers left in the world. We need your help before they all disappear forever. Using the latest science, World Wildlife Fund works to stop poachers and save amazing wildlife like the tiger, but we can't do it without you. For just $8 a month, you can symbolically adopt a tiger, and you can help save them and other endangered species and their habitats. To adopt, go online now to mywwf.org or call 1-800-281-2344 and receive your free adoption kit. Tigers like these are running out of time. Please go online or call now to help save them.
Welcome back. Even with a 12-fight winning streak, Jermaine Taylor was still being ignored by the national media. That would all change in March of 2003 when Taylor returned to his roots to take on a tough Marcos Primera in his hometown of Little Rock, Arkansas. Many would consider this fight as Jermaine Taylor's coming out party. We now head out to Little Rock, Arkansas for the fighter introductions.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to Bella Entertainment in association with WallStreet.com Sportsbook and Casino, the brand name of boxing, Everlast, America's #1 bourbon, Jim Beam, and BetSBG.com presents the main event of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing. This is in the middleweight division. Sanctioned by the Arkansas State Athletic Commission, Secretary Claude Carpenter. The 3 judges at ringside scoring this bout on the 10-point must system will be Sonny Ingram, Jim Limbird, and Russ Paramore. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Elmo Adolph. And now, ladies and gentlemen, with pride and dedication to the men and women of the United States Armed Services, we proudly dedicate this event. So from Little Rock, Arkansas, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black with white and weighing in officially at 158½ pounds. An excellent professional record of 14 victories, including 9 knockouts with only 3 defeats and a draw. He comes to us from Puerto Cabello, Venezuela, now fighting out of Asheboro, North Carolina. Please welcome Marcos Terminator Primera. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the stars and bars and weighing in at 161 pounds. This 2000 U.S. Olympic medalist now has a perfect professional record consisting of 14 bouts, 14 victories, including 10 knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the pride of Little Rock, Arkansas, Jermaine Bad Intentions Taylor.
Hey, gentlemen, you received the instructions earlier. I personally have told you what I expect of you. Both of these are good. Anything underneath here is going to be low. Is that understood? Shake hands, come out boxing.
So the obligatory stare, and Jermaine Taylor's right up there at championship level. And with that, we're set to go. Jermaine Taylor with the hometown in his corner.
You can see right away that Primera is pretty much the same size as Jermaine Taylor. I've seen him a lot against middleweights that were a little bit shorter. They didn't have quite the reach. And that's not the case with Primera. The win over Dante Trent that Primera had in Las Vegas, which was an upset win, was a very, very impressive one. Dominated Trevor to come out in the 8th round. Jermaine Taylor, if you've never seen him fight before, has a superb jab, likes to throw combinations, and he is an excellent body puncher.
Taylor brings that ball behind the left. It's very quick.
Primera talking to us said that if there's one thing about Taylor he's noticed that might be something you exploit, is that there is sometimes a mechanical nature to what Taylor does. same combinations over and over, etc. I don't know that that's true, but maybe that is one criticism of Taylor right now.
Jam and Taylor working very effectively in this first round. Jermaine Taylor was had to grow up very quickly. His father left the family when he was 5 years old. He had 3 younger sisters that he almost literally had to become the man of the house and raised and developed his friends much. Uses his grandmother as inspiration. Still a very good team. Grandmother was shot and killed by his uncle, who then, 3 days later, killed himself. She was very inspirational in his growing up, but the last thing he does is say a little prayer and dedicate the fight to his grandmother.
Says that because he takes so much responsibility now as an adult, he feels like he's trying to have the fun he couldn't have when he was young. He's having some fun right now against Marcos Primera.
He really is. He's looking very sharp. Keep in mind that the crowd is going to react much more to Taylor's.
It's the Jets on SNY. Get exclusive post-game access to all the player and coach reactions on Jets Post-Game Live with on-field interviews, locker room coverage, and all of Rex Ryan's post-game comments. Plus, Joe Klecko, Ray Lucas, Adam Shine, and host Brian Custer cover every angle with in-depth game analysis and opinion on Jets Post-Game Live, presented by Toyota. Sunday, immediately after the game, only on SNY.
Get your New York sports here.
How do I celebrate the holidays? Oh, I come to the mall, talk about Ford.
How are you?
I'm good, I'm Mike. How about the Escape? Prepare yourself for what you're about to see.
Hi.
28 miles a gallon is a big deal, obviously.
Yeah.
Very big deal. It parts itself.
Really?
You remove your hands from the steering wheel.
Wow.
Want to touch it?
Sure.
Good, touch it. Touch it. Okay, that's enough.
Get a Ford Escape for just $189 a month for 27 months during Ford's year-end celebration.
The dealership is like weather everywhere, big blue ovals.
Does your cable company keep charging you more and more and more? Stop paying so much for second best. Upgrade to Verizon Fios and get TV, internet, and phone for just $99.99 a month for a year. Plus, get a multi-room DVR free for life and save over $235 every year. No need for a DVR for each room. All you need is one for the whole house. Fios is a 100% fiber optic network that delivers superior picture quality, more HD options, plus America's fastest, most consistent, and most reliable internet. And there's no annual contract required. Why pay so much for cable? Get Fios, just $99.99 a month for a year, plus a multi-room DVR free for life, as long as you keep a triple play bundle at your current address. Call 1-877-797-FIOS. That's 1-877-797-3467. Or for other Fios offers, go online. Fios, a network ahead.
The uppercut, the hook, the jab, straight right hand.
Round number 2, and in the corner, just asking for more of what he did in round 1, which was very effective.
They had to change sparring partners. Taylor did when Marcos Primera came in as the opponent 3 weeks ago after Brian Barbosa fell out of this fight. And they had to change the effect because Barbosa's a shorter fighter, fighting more in a Joe Frazier type of style who would come in after you. And obviously, as you can see, Primera gives you a different one.
Taylor just not letting Primera get off.
Is a puncher. He has a good right hand and is looking to try and load up and land that. He's trying to use his own jab, which of course would be a very effective weapon. When he notifies someone else to jab, he's on the road.
Really getting out quick early in this fight. exclusively in this round. I think that got Rivera's attention.
Rivera trying to use some gamesmanship, talking to Taylor and letting him know that those power punches did nothing, but they landed and they count.
Yeah, I'm not sure they did nothing. Number 2. Incidentally, that round was tied. That round was 2 minutes instead of 3.
Too much waiting.
Dig it, okay, dig it.
You would think in the hometown
if his ass stays there too long,
short
he's
of rubber, he's
left
doing
to
well.
you.
No, you're not getting
Okay? He's looking for one damn punch. That's all. Step to your right a little bit. Rip those darn ribs. So, listen, if you see him doing this, right?
We see Jermaine Taylor. There's some of that vaunted body work that we've talked about, and the right hand curling around the defense of Primera. Now we can see in the replay that those punches were partially blocked, but nevertheless they had some impact. And there, Almoeda will give a warning for using the shoulder to Jermaine Taylor. And Primera continuing to talk to him as Taylor threw those combinations, trying to intimidate the young fighter.
Taylor has not allowed Primera, though, to do any business of his own. Right hand again to start things, and Primera again says, come on. But I mean, Primera's really there for the right hand. His left hand is at his side.
Pat Burns said they come up with a phrase before every fight when they're training. This one was, you need to will yourself on your opponent. What they meant by that was to really concentrate and block out everything that would happen from